Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name's Javio, and if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, this is my 1992 MR2 Turbo, and behind me is the 2-litre 3S GTE engine we pulled out of it a few days ago. This is my first sort of proper YouTube video that I've sort of tried to make, so I'm a bit nervous, so just bear with me. Just a quick bit about me. I'm 22 years old, I'm from New Zealand, and I really love cars. That's mostly all there is to me, I guess. I guess the sort of reasoning that I'm wanting to sort of start making YouTube videos is because of the sort of popularity, I guess, that MR2s have been gaining in recent years in the K-stop sort of community. But I feel like there's not a huge deal of good content out there that focuses on the Toyota MR2 for what it really is and the factory 3S GTE turbo engine that it comes with. And I just thought this would be a good opportunity to sort of showcase the car for what it really is, what it's like owning one, what it's like working on one, how to work on them, and things like that, I guess. So I feel like the Toyota MR2 has sort of always lived in the shadow of more popular turbo rear-wheel drive setups, I guess, which I don't think should be the case. The car's definitely a great platform to own. It's a really fun car to drive, not too difficult to work on, and they're definitely worth the money you pay for one of them. You get a lot of bang for the buck with these cars, and in saying that, I do have a lot of plans and parts for the car, which I'm going to go over now. So this is my 1992 Toyota MR2 in Toyota Black. It is a right-hand drive JDM import to New Zealand. It is a Targa top, which means it comes with the two removable T-tops up here. The car is pretty much stock for the most part, with the exception of some minor bolt-ons and visual upgrades that I've done. These include the sort of crystal side marker indicators that I've got there. I've also installed a set of BR Racing coilovers. I've actually taken out the two adjustment collars there just to get the car as low as possible while still maintaining some sort of preload. If we shoot around to the back here, I've also gone ahead and installed the later model rounded kooky taillights in place of the earlier style brick taillights, but I've chosen to keep the early style centre panel because I think it looks a lot better with the later model taillights. These cars do come with the pop-up headlights, which is a very classic 90s sort of thing that they had, and that was one of the main sort of selling points to me, is I think they look really cool and they really sort of suit the look of the car. So behind me is the infamous 2-litre Toyota 3S GTE engine, which came in the Turbo Celicas and Turbo MR2s, and the later gen models of this car were found in the Caldina as all-wheel drive. So for the most part, my engine's pretty much stock. It's still running the sort of factory CT26 turbo there. It does have a manual Turbo Smart boost controller here and an OEM replacement XCD clutch down there. But aside from that, it's still pretty much stock. My reasoning for sort of pulling this engine out was because of all the oil leaks that it's got, which is a really common thing for 3S GTEs to sort of get. They commonly like to leak under the sort of distributor area, which is just over here, under there, as well as on the cam side of the engine. The cam seals have a tendency to leak, as well as the oil pump seals down here by the crank. This is a sort of common thing with engines that haven't had their seals replaced in a long time, because they are quite old engines. My engine is about 28 years old. Though it does have low Ks, about 15,000 kilometres, I think it is due a service and a timing belt change and all that sort of thing. So in saying that, I've actually gone ahead and picked up a full Toyota engine gasket kit, which I'll show you here. This sort of kit here includes pretty much all the engine gaskets you could need, from the head gasket to the valve cover gasket, intake manifold, exhaust manifold. Pretty much everything is in this box here. And along with that, I've actually gone ahead and picked up a full water pump kit, timing belt kit with the idler pulleys and tensioners, full turbo kit, thermostat, and all the seals needed for that. So I've actually gone ahead and picked up a used, new to me, ATS Racing Bullet CT21 turbo here. It's pretty much just a later model MR2 turbo factory, except it's had the compressor and exhaust housings machined out to fit a bigger billet wheel. This means that the turbo should hold and make more boost up high in the RPM range, where the factory CT26 turbo seems to fall off. I've also got a full 3-inch Burke downpipe to go along with that. This is sort of like a decat, as it removes the catalytic converter, which comes straight off the turbo, and it's been replaced with a flex pipe, which I'll just show you down here. the factory elbow is really restrictive. It's quite narrow and it just shoots down straight into this catalytic converter, which sort of builds up a lot of back pressure and doesn't let the turbo sort of breathe as efficiently. So along with the turbo and the downpipe and all the sort of boost we'll be making with these mods, I've actually picked up a full 2.5 inch stainless steel intercooler kit to go on the car. This will help keep the engine temps down and keep the boost levels up so we can have a lot more fun, I guess. The factory intercooler is just down there in the corner and it's good for sort of stock power levels, but I plan to be running a bit more than stock, and we really want something to help keep the car breathing, keep temps down and make it run as best as we can. So this is the gearbox that will be helping us put the sort of power to the ground, I guess. This is a Toyota E153 turbo gearbox. This is a factory transmission in the turbo MR2s, and the Toyota Celica's got one in an all-wheel drive version as well, I believe. In layman's terms, this transmission is basically the super gearbox of front-wheel drive transmissions, I guess. This, mated with a good clutch, good servicing and good oil, I guess, can be known to hold up to 500 to 600 horsepower without issues. I don't think I'll get anywhere near that at this stage, but it's nice to know that for what it is, this transmission is really stout and always does the job. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got going on at this stage with the car and the engine. This is my first sort of video, so it might be a bit all over the place, so bear with me, but let me know if you guys would be keen on seeing some more videos from me in the future. I do have a lot of parts and a lot of plans for this car. And I just want to share it with you guys. Hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two about it. Maybe it might inspire you to pick up your own MR2, or if you're just looking for some help, maybe I can offer some advice there as well. But yeah, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.